Hi, welcome to Coffee Stories. My name is Suyog. I am one of the founders of Driftaway Coffee. This is Ian, our green buyer and lead roaster, and Dave, our production roaster. We are tasting our classic profile coffee for Coffee Month 9. It's a coffee from Uganda called Bukusu Bukalasi. We just brewed it on this AeroPress, so let's have a taste.
AeroPress is one of my favorites.
I always travel with it.
It's great for travel.
Yeah, like the AeroPress and a Portlex Mini, which fits inside the AeroPress, which is actually the coolest thing, even though they were designed probably decades apart.
It's very nutty.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
It's got some chocolate in there, but it's got like this woody kind of undertone,
Yeah.
which is really nice. Like the nutty and the woody kind of like
Yeah.
combined to make this other thing.
Sort of a fresh oak kind of aroma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very sweet though.
Very sweet.
Caramely. Yeah. Very nice.
How did we find this coffee?
So earlier this year, we were contacted by one of our importer partners, Homage Coffee, works out of Burundi in Uganda, and sent us a bunch of samples. And the Uganda coffee that I've cupped so far this year, it was really hard to choose. I mean, that there were so many good coffees coming out of Uganda. It seems like Uganda's having an excellent year.
Yeah.
Everything that I've cupped versus previous years has been like one level above. So whatever they're doing this year, they're making strides towards improving their quality.
Yeah, traditionally Uganda has not been a big source for specialty coffee. A lot of the coffee grown there is Robusta. I think 80% is still Robusta. The other cool thing about this coffee is it is from this. It's from a group of like about 140 farmers that contribute to the washing station. But one of the farmers who we've sort of heard a little bit about is named Musa Kuloba, and he has a really interesting story. Not very uncommon, I would say, when it comes to a market that doesn't have that much specialty coffee, but is starting to sort of develop more and more specialty coffee. Essentially, traditionally, this farmer would produce a certain amount of coffee. He has six acres that he grows coffee on. It just kind of grows wild. Traditionally, he would take the cherries off the shrub, off the coffee plant, and process them himself. So take off the fruit, dry the cherry, dry the beans, and then sell it. Now, within a small operation, 6 acres rather, is not much.
You have a really small milling
We
operation.
have a very small milling operation. It's all sort of DIY, hand by hand mostly.
A lot of family helping out.
A lot of family help, which is not always
Common.
like technologically advanced,
Yeah.
because there's only so much you can sort of do. But what's changed now is that about 25 or 30 kilometers from the land that Musa owns, there's a new washing station, which is where this coffee is from. And so it's a decent distance to travel, especially with like poor roads. But assuming that you are able to get there, and hopefully things will get better with the roads and infrastructure. But once you are able to get there, the processing station is able to manage the quality much more consistently. So what you taste in this cup, and maybe this is sort of going back to your point about Ugandan coffee tasting better, especially this lot. It could be related to just the fact that there is a central processing station. Farmers are able to bring their cherry, like Musa does now, and bring it to the processing station where it's processed consistently, it's tasted for quality, it's managed and stored much more cleanly, and then when it comes here, it's just sort of shows in the final cup.
Yeah.
So that's I think that was a pretty cool story. At least I thought so. And then the other thing is, like, as sort of a consequence of all of this, the farmers are spending less time on processing and a lot more time on growing and nurturing the land, which also means that the crop itself is better the following year and the year after that. So that's neat as well. It has a long-term impact in addition to just a short-term current crop. So that's kind of neat. It's an incredible coffee. We're super excited to bring it to you guys. This is Uganda Classic Profile for Coffee Matnai.